On a quiet evening, in a little village surrounded by tall palm trees and singing birds, lived a young man named Kobi. Kobi was poor. He owned no land, no fine clothes, and no treasures. Yet, everyone in the village knew him for one thing: his heart was kind. One day, as the sky grew dark with heavy clouds and thunder roared in the distance, Kobi heard a weak voice calling out on the roadside. He rushed forward and found an old traveler, drenched by the rain, shivering with cold. "Please, young man," the old man said, "I am weary and hungry." Kobi had only one piece of yam left, the food he had saved for the night. But without thinking twice, he shared it with the stranger. He gave him water, built a small fire to keep him warm, and offered him a place to rest until morning. When dawn broke, the old traveler smiled at Kobi and said, "You have shown kindness where others would have walked away. I cannot repay you with gold, but take this drum." From his bag, he brought out a small, ordinary-looking drum. It was no bigger than a calabash, with skin stretched tightly across it. Kobi looked at it, surprised. "A drum?" he asked. "Yes," the old man replied. "But remember this drum only listens to a heart that is pure. Beat it, and you will see." Before Kobi could ask more questions, the old man disappeared down the dusty path, leaving him with the mysterious gift. That evening, curious, Kobi tapped the drum lightly. To his shock, bright light filled his small hut. Suddenly, baskets of yam, rice, and fruits appeared before him. Clothes of fine fabric and a small pot of gold stood beside them. Kobi's eyes widened. He could hardly believe what he was seeing. This is a miracle," he whispered. From that day, Kobi no longer went hungry. But unlike many would do, he did not keep the blessings to himself. He shared food with his neighbors, gave clothes to children who had none, and made sure no one in his village went to bed hungry. But news travels fast. One morning, the king of the land, King Duro, heard whispers in his palace. "There is a poor man in the village," they said, "who suddenly has more food than 10 farms can produce. He must have something powerful." Greedy and curious, King Duro summoned Kobi. "Kobi," the king said with a false smile, "I have heard of your sudden riches. Bring me the secret to your wealth. Whatever you own now belongs to me, your king." Kobi, humble as always, tried to explain. "Your Majesty, it is not mine to give. The drum was a gift to help the poor." But the king's eyes narrowed. He ordered his guards, "Take it from him." That night, inside his golden palace, King Duro placed the drum before him. He rubbed his hands together and laughed. "Now I will be the richest man in the world." He struck the drum with all his strength. Boom! But instead of food and gold, the air grew heavy. Dark clouds swirled above the palace roof. Strange winds howled through the hall. From the shadows, not helpers but fierce animals leapt out, lions roared, elephants trumpeted, and eagles screeched from the ceiling beams. The king trembled with fear. "No! This cannot be," he cried, but the drum answered only the truth of his greedy heart. The guards fled. The palace shook. And when the storm of noise and fear ended, the king was left on his knees, humbled, with nothing in his hands. The next morning, the drum was gone from the palace. It had returned to Kobi's little hut, resting quietly as if nothing had happened. Kobi picked it up and smiled gently. He did not use it for pride or power. Instead, he continued to share what it brought forth, blessing his neighbors and living simply. And from that time, the people of the land learned a lesson they never forgot. Kindness brings blessings, but greed turns blessings into sorrow. Sparkle's moral of the story: true wealth comes from a pure and generous heart. Greed and selfishness cannot hold on to blessings. When we share what we have, our lives become richer.